everybody, this is Pam with Jesus Junk Journals, and we're going to continue on binding this journal. We're going to sew the signatures together today, and so come along and see how that works out. Hi everybody, this is Pam with Jesus Junk Journals, and so here we go. Today I'm finally going to sew together this journal. So I'm going to use the waxed linen thread and the finest needle I can find in my darning needles. So it'll go through nice and easy, hopefully. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna try this again. I will be honest and tell you that I have done this now. This is the third time. Hopefully this is the correct way to do it. I have the cover here. I have the back cover on the back. And I have taken my signatures, placed them the way I want them to be, and clamped them. And I think that what I'm going to do is stitch the signatures together first. And I'm going to start on one side, obviously. And I think what I'm going to do is I want it to go right through the middle of this cord. Don't go down, don't go up. Go right through the middle, because that's what will show. The fattest part of the cord is what you want to get. And this one, see, this one's down a little bit. That's not good. I don't want it to be like that. So I'm going to pull it up. And I'm going to stick my needle through the widest part of it. And I'm going to stick my needle through, and then I don't know if I can go all the way through this or not. So it's pretty thick. Okay, so I'm going to pull it through 4 of them. And I'm going to use a pair of pliers. Found out that's the easiest way to grip this needle on some of these upholstery fabrics. And oh, did I tie a knot in the end of that? No, I didn't. Tie a double knot on the end of your thread and pull it through. And then I'm going to go back in here, put it through. As soon as I get this through here, I'm going to tell you what happened the other times, where what went wrong. So this one's slipping down, so I'm going to pull it up, make sure my needle gets through the very center of that cord, and then this last one, I'm going to push it through that and see if I can pull it through. Okay, so what I tried to do, just so you don't try it, so the first time I went through, and this is kind of where I sewed them on my prototype that worked pretty well, but I thought, oh, I'm going to improve it. And what I did was I stitched on the back side of the cord. And what I thought I was going to get was more cord showing, but it didn't work that way. It smashed them, and I didn't get as much showing. So that's when I realized, and I tried it, and you have to go through the middle of the cord, and you'll get the best view of all of them together. The other thing I did was I tried to sew it with the covers, like all at the same time, the 2 covers, and it was really difficult. I was having these things shifting up and down and back, and when I kept going and trying to straighten it out, it just wasn't working out. So I think the thing to do is to get this going first, and then you can always sew the cover on. So I've come through this way, and now I'm going to go back through, and then of course I found out that the pliers are definitely the way to go, pulling your needle through all these thicknesses. Makes a big difference. If you don't use upholstery fabric on this, you might not have to do that, but it just made it a whole lot easier. And stick it through. And see, this one's trying to slip down. So you just want to make sure you get in the middle of all of them, so it doesn't pull any one of them up ahead of the others. Okay. All right. So I'm going to pull that tight, but not super tight. I don't want any gaps, but I also don't want to squish it. And this may be overkill. I mean, you may not have to do this. You might want to go ahead and do the covers with it if you think you can. I just had, it was a little too much of a handful. So, uh-oh. I don't know how this, I don't know how this does this. It's like, oh my goodness, it has a mind of its own. Okay, and then I think I'm going to come down. What I was doing is working down from the top. So what I think I'm going to do instead is do the top and bottom and middle, and then see if that helps hold it where I want it. Okay, that one doesn't look like I got the center of it, so I'm going to back off and go a little deeper on that one. I guess it's the fabric. Okay. Grab my needle, pull it through. This one's wanting to fall down. Come back up here. And this one's, okay. What in the world? Oh. Okay. All right. Phew. Okay, so now I'm going to go back through this one just like I did the other one, which again, that might be overkill, you know. When I first bound journals the other way, I kind of did, I did the overkill thing. And then after that, I kind of backed off. So maybe I'll do that if I do this again. But for now, I'm going to do a double stitch on it. It's been super windy here today, and it blew my tomato plant over that I have in pots. So disappointed because I had a whole bunch of tomatoes on it and they came off. So somebody told me to wrap them in newspaper and put them in a paper sack and that they'll ripen. I hope that's right. Okay, pulling that tight. I hope that's not an old wives' tale. Okay. Make sure it's pulled pretty tight and tie a knot. Okay, so that gives me the two top and bottom to kind of anchor it. Hopefully it will keep it from shifting like it was doing before. Okay, now I'm going to unclip it. I just want to see how it, if it's wiggly or wobbly, and it's not. Okay, so then how does it open? How does it? Okay, pretty nicely actually. All right. I really like that. I didn't think about how that was going to look. The two fabrics in between. I was looking for more fabric. I think I got it. Okay, so that's the top and bottom. I think I will go ahead. Do I dare add the covers? I think I'll stitch it through the. Actually, I'm gonna do two. I'm gonna do one here and one here, and just do a single. I'm still gonna be super careful to get the middle. I don't know why, but some of them are wanting to fall down. Okay, so we do that. And I think, you know, I'm sewing this sort of at an angle, and I don't think it hurts anything, except before when I was working from one end down and I was not sewing straight across, it was causing the pages to shift. So I think that's another reason why you would want to do the top and the bottom first to kind of hold it. Okay, so there's 4. I think that may be overkill, and I'm going to attach the covers, which is really going to be overkill, but that's all right. So here's the cover. I'm going to go back to my original thought of just binding this through with thread. So I'm going to put this on, make sure they line up. And I'm going to go back to the darning needle. I'm going to use this color because I think it'll show less. That's the front. Make sure it all looks right. And okay, I think that's right. And I don't know if my clamps, I don't think my clamps are big enough to clamp this. I don't think they are. So I'm just going to try to hold on to this. And let's see, I'm going to put it up here at the top. Okay, so it's just through that cover and then through the center of these again. I'm trying to get the needle to where I can grab it and don't have to poke it through all of them because it's just so hard to get it through. All right. All right, and then, nope, cover needs to come up just a little bit further. Yeah, I think that's right. Okay. Got that, and I'm going to tie a knot. And just because there's a lot of pressure, I'm going to tie another knot. Cut it. Okay. So that looks okay from that point of view. And so now I need to make sure it hits right at the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to put it in here. Try to raise that red one up a little bit more, and this one. And then through the cover, and it needs to go, the cover needs to hit a little bit further up. A little deeper in is what I'm trying to say. And I have a feeling this is going to need to be done in the middle because it's going to have a big gap in between these two if you don't. I hope I haven't scared you guys off from trying this. I've probably made it look as difficult as possible, but after you've done it and you realize what you're doing and stuff, it's not that bad. You just kind of manhandle it through. The pliers help a whole lot. All right, so I'm going to stick it through the middle. So just eyeballing it. This is probably the most difficult one because it doesn't want to go sideways and let me pull the needle out. I wonder if I can get it to go all the way through. I don't think I can. Okay, so I'm just going to grab the end of that needle. Make sure it's not hooked into that fabric. And I think I can grab it and pull it through. Yeah. Okay, no big deal. There we go. Okay, let's see if that's enough. Looks good here. Looks good there. And it appears to be bound. All right, you guys, we did it. Okay, so there's the exposed spine. And I hope I hope you liked the video. If you did, click like and think about subscribing. And I'll see you on the next video where we're going to continue on with this Esther journal. We need to still do a few things in here. So see you next time. Bye-bye.